Actually, I don't actually know what Galloway's talking about. They just had that Norman Baker guy on, and he's actually a Liberal. And here I'm looking at vintage Liberal things on eBay, and here is the house of a Liberal, the leader of the Liberal Party. I don't know if it's Scottish or all Liberals at the time, but it's in Ettrick Bridge, which is Peebles, Scotland. But there's actually been quite a few drawings and pictures of various Scottish Liberals. There's quite a lot of Scottish Liberal characters in here. Not Cyril, though. That guy got. There's something odd with that Cyril. That Cyril guy was a Liberal, but all that stuff went missing from the police station, didn't it? When he was like apparently over those weird offences, I don't know what they were, pedo offences. I'm not sure, but kind of reminds me of that guy that Starmer's got next to him with a long ponytail on, who's trying to do his best murdering successful impression. I don't know what the whole point in that is. That guy, I don't know if I've seen him before, but he seems to be a pretty hardcore Labour person, or I don't know. I've never seen. I don't even know who he is. I thought Corbyn. Yeah, you'd have thought Barry Sheeman would be stood next to Keir Starmer, seeing though that he's about to retire and it's a massive Tory defeat. Why is Sheeman not stood there when he's got a long ponytail? It kind of seems ridiculous. Some Irishmen. Oh, there's Ramsden. It seems that they might have had this weird triangle logo, but there's some badges there that have got just Liberal written on. Hawker. Philanthropist. There's like a poster here about taxing things, but it's not certain whether it's a Liberal or a Labour Party election poster. Should show this to Galloway. Majority. Well, Labour aren't going to get a majority, are they? It's all about that we should not be taxed for these things. We should not be taxed for cotton. We should not be taxed for leather. We should not be taxed for matches, silks, timber, steel, tinned salmon, apples. It's basically complaining about the Tories want to tax us on absolutely everything, but it's not actually certain whether or not this is a Labour or Liberal poster. But surely, if George Galloway had his way, it wouldn't be a Labour poster. Although, because he definitely is not Liberal, thinks we should be taxed. Maybe Galloway thinks we should be. Maybe Galloway is a Tory after all. Augustine Birrell. There's a strange weight. Look. This is meant to be a classic Liberal poster. Why Toryism would mean dearer living. I'm not too sure if that is your Wait Butler or whether it's a Tory guy bringing you a smaller piece of bread, which we could probably all do with now. But it won't be bringing you anything if it were a Tory, would he? Probably could do with that. You know, like that. It's saying that this logo has been in use since the 80s, but I don't think that it can't be that far in the 80s because they only launched it in 88, apparently. It was launched in 88, and they actually evolved from another party, the SD Social Democrat Party, and it had a letter D on it, which I think it's significant to that street being built in a D. So they've known about it for a while. In fact, look, they've known about that letter D for ages. SDP. They got a D on top of it. So the actual Liberals, the proper main Liberal Party that really went in decline up till the 1950s, and then it kind of went into this SDP party, and then it sort of then they went into the Liberal Democrats. But there was something going on with that D there. Look, why didn't they do anything about it? Why didn't they do something about it back then? I mean, it was a lot easier to do. I mean, although, you know, when there's a lot less mess there, unless they liked the fact that it was on there, but I don't know. They certainly don't know. Maybe they didn't get a chance to travel down south as much and see, you know, the countryside. I don't know. Maybe the surrounding area was quite nice at that time, like countryside around it, and maybe they thought it was a good idea, but I doubt it. Something to do with Labour and the Liberals. There's something definitely dodgy going on. I'm not quite sure what this looked. Maybe that's why they ended up with the bird logo, because it kind of looks like some sort of beak or bleak or what. I don't know what. It's making me think of the direction that thing's pointing, like the same direction as Old Oswestry with the arrow, and then you've also got the alignment with Castle Hill. But this is meant to be like a Liberal Party logo. I don't know if that was the actual official Liberal Party logo or what, but they definitely had some normal writing as well. Oh yeah, look, they've got some just like, it just says basically Liberal. I don't know if that was the official Liberal logo there. It looks like a LibTech logo. I wonder if that was actually one of the logos for it, then that LIB. But I wonder where that kind of pointy logo comes from. I wonder if that's, you know, I've got a feeling that, I don't know when they conjured this up, but it's saying it's 1950s, but 1950s is after that party had pretty much finished. That's when it had like really, really kind of lost. But it's got like a car logo on it. And I'm starting to think of, you know, Prince Philip. Prince Philip was, you know, this is when, you know, they built on there, the Queen. And I'm starting to think of that whole kind of Vauxhall thing with a flat planting the flag on. It's like planting the flag, you know, planting the flag of that, the Vauxhall thing. And it's making me think of that. Although it's not a flag, but, you know, it's the kind of like, you know, the griffin sort of thing. It is almost like the new Lib Dem logo, which is why I'm still sort of not convinced about the 1988 reformation of the Lib Dems. So that this SDP, there's something going on. Some people knew about things, but it's not like, you know, it's not like just like a sort of understanding, but not an understanding, but not a statement. It says 80s, but it's got to be 88. This is probably the first one. This is probably one of the first ones. I want 20 quid for it. I'm not the greatest fan of it myself. I think this is more to do with not. I actually thought it was kind of like a Davies concept, but it's not. The guy before there's a guy in Berwick-on-Tweed who's more to do with the origins, I think. And it definitely, when I look at him, I'm like, oh yeah, it's got to be this guy's idea. But he himself, he's almost Philip-esque. He's almost Prince Philip-esque. I don't know whether he got on with him or he liked him or not, or whether he just happened to look like him. But you know, I don't really know what his beliefs were. But Berwick-on-Tweed is, you know, it's definitely not overly populated or heavily urbanized or anything like that. I did used to go up there, not all the time, but I did. I've been up there a number of times. I think I did. At one point, I was going up there, maybe once every few. I bet I went up there. I bet I went to Berwick-on-Tweed about maybe once a month for maybe 12 months or something like that. So I've probably been there like, you know, maybe a dozen times or so, or maybe more. probably maybe about 10, 20 times or something. So Lady Violet Bonham Carter, huh? Isn't that actress called Bonham Carter or something? What do you call her? I forgot what she's in now. She's in several. Oh, she's in the King's Speech, isn't she? But that's not her. I've been just looking at all these different. How far have I got to? Some of these are Australian. I don't know what the hell was going on with that Cyril guy. That's French. That red card. The red card. To do with that red card now, it definitely symbolises that there's riots going on. Lewis, don't know her. Oh, there was one poster, not that one. Look, this is what Galloway doesn't like about the Liberals. Galloway will hate this poster. Because I just had Norman Baker, and I didn't actually realise Norman Baker was Liberal at that time. He just said that I was Privy Council, but he was not a great fan of the. He's not a great fan of the monarchy, but he's also he was up for liberalising drugs, but I don't necessarily think liberalising cannabis is the greatest idea. But I wouldn't necessarily be for or against it. But he was meant to be into UFOs as well. But this is this is Galloway's bane. This isn't it. This is Galloway bane. Come on, Dad. We're going to vote Liberal. He's got his 2 daughters there. As you can imagine, Galloway's daughters growing up. Orange jump. Come on, Dad. We're going to vote Liberal. He'll hate this poster, won't he? I might send it to him, but I don't know what the address is. I've tried to find it, but I'll probably be able to find it if I press a little bit. Try and search a little bit more for the. Or you could probably send it to because Working Party's got to have a registered headquarters in, and he's meant to have his Workers' Party. Although there's no Workers' Party listed on the election results. Unless they're through it, it's so small, like maybe one that it's mixed in with independents. Maybe you've got to have, for the BBC to recognise it as a separate listing, you've got to have 2 or more councillors get seats. But if you only get 1, I don't know whether it's classed as an independent. But Galloway's programme hasn't really done much for his Workers' Party, has it? He's done more for himself, but not for his party. That's the thing. Galloway's going on and on about millions of viewers, and he's got his programme going. But where are the seats that he's won? Unless he's only won 1 seat, is he falling with independents or what? I mean, has he even got a seat, or did any of his party win? I think they've got something in Northern Ireland going on. But this is Galloway bane. This, I actually might. How much is it? Oh, it's only £5. I'd buy that and send it to him. I'm really tempted to buy that for Galloway and send it to him, because I think it'd be a better present than sending him 10 quid on Super Chat or whatever. I'm so tempted to buy this for Galloway. I'll watch it. Oh no, you can get A3. Oh, you can get. Oh, it's just A3 only. It's just A3 size. So, where did we get to now? What's this fucking Hawker thing all about? Cyril. Can it make me think that guy next to Starmer? Like Cyril got the police hid the evidence and took it away. He's somewhat like Starmer. Like, oh, we got the evidence on Starmer from Al Jazeera, but Starmer gets the police to hide it, innit? So when they carry, but Liberals carry the load, like the evidence bag. So the evidence, where's the evidence bag gone against Starmer? Those all get a murdering successful guy with a big ponytail and a purple tie to stand next to him. Liberals carry the load. Music call. Oh my God. Oh look, when's this from? Oh, Scottish Liberal Democrats. See, those are Scottish Liberal Democrats. But this is it's ended up in America. The Welsh Liberal Democrats, Scottish Liberal Democrats. Liberal Democrats mark artwork sheet. When's it from? This is an original vintage press photo. Only one copy. Liberal Party conferences. Liberal Democrats mark artwork sheet. Liberal Party conferences. Liberal Democrats mark artwork sheet. The Liberal Party was one of the major two parties in the United Kingdom, with the opposing Conservative Party in the 19th and early 20th centuries. But what date is it? This thing? Oh, it's going to tell us. 12th of September. What? Oh, is that 1985? I thought it didn't start. They didn't start it till 1988. Oh, that is 1988. I reckon. I reckon that's not. I reckon this will be when the. I reckon this might be the original. Could be the original. Might be like one of the first original things before the Rosette. Scottish Liberal Democrats, Welsh Liberal Democrats. Well, that means that SDP logo is older than that, doesn't it? Then, that was before. Thomson Hankey, British merchant banker. Tanlaw Baron. He looks like Galloway, this guy, doesn't he? He reminds me of him. He's got an air. He's got an air of Galloway about him. Baron Tanlaw. Baron Tanlaw. Uwalla Ulston. Liberal Party. Liberal People's Party. I don't know if this is in Ireland or Scotland or America. It looks like it could be American, this. I don't even know why I'm looking at that one in that case. Oh, no, it's not. It's Ulster, so it's something to do with Ireland, isn't it? Liberal conferences. Vintage. Statesman. William Duff. Oh, look, he's a Scottish Liberal here. Statesman Robert William Duff, Scottish Liberal Party politician, House of Commons. Look, he looks like he's got a very young. He looks like a very young Galloway type of expression on him, doesn't he? He looks like a very Galloway-ish expression. He got a top hat on as well. Got a hat on as well. It looks almost as it could be a young Galloway, that, doesn't it? Just some paper in his pocket. Propaganda. Political propaganda. There was another guy as well. Where was that other guy? There was one who which was not that guy. That's John William Ramsden. There was another guy. There was a guy in Scotland, or no, this is the Duke of Somerset. Duke of Somerset, politician, pillar of Liberal Party, First Lord of Admiralty. What the hell? The Duke of Somerset, politician, pillar of Liberal Party, First Lord of Admiralty. Augustine Birrell. There was another guy there. Philanthropist George Armistead adopted the Liberal